everyone, welcome to my channel. And for today, it's another sharing day. And I tried to uplift my spirits by putting on a face of makeup. Let me move closer. I have a new colored eyebrow pencil. And then, it's the very first time I tried putting on a cat's eye. But it's really thin. I'm scared. And then this lipstick though, it's red. It's from the Moschino by Sephora collection. I love this bear so much. It's actually heavy. It has that sound. And then this is, aside from being an accessory, it's also a lipstick carrier. There. When I started writing the blog, I took the entries from my journal. The problem was that journal got drenched and I had to decipher a lot of it. You can't really read the words anymore, but all I can see is the indent or the pressure of the strokes I made when writing the journal. So I had a hard time deciphering it. Okay, so this is what I said in the blog. This is the last entry on my drenched journal. I really got a headache deciphering some paragraphs. Whew, almost done. March 7, 2014, 9:48 p.m. Fighting and surviving chemo with a vengeance. Rawr. I say this because I just finished my third chemo session today. Hung out at my parents' house for a late merienda, came home, had a light snack, dance workout, took a bath, and now writing in this journal. I was hesitant to work out at first, but I felt good and really wanted to. Mark asked us to buy an Xbox Kinect for his birthday last February so we can exercise together. Well, it ended up with me loving it more. I started dancing on March 1 and been doing it every morning ever since. I love it. That's how I lost 60 pounds after my first pregnancy. Well, back then it was PlayStation's dance pad. And that's how I lose weight now. I was scheduled to get 6 sessions of chemo, and I mentioned earlier that this was my last journal entry, and that was on my third chemo. You see, I was warned by some people that, okay, sometimes you can start strong, but in the end, that's when everything fails or everything gets to be a lot more difficult. That happened to me towards the end. Like, I got tired of fighting the sadness, fighting those inexplicable emotions that I was feeling. I was getting tired of putting up a front that I'm fine, everything's good. I was really being strong for everyone, especially my family, my son. I tried my best to feel good, because honestly, more than the physical pain or whatever side effects chemo was giving me, it was really the self-esteem, the emotions, the psychological effects of it that bothered me a lot. Anyway, I'm worried because Mark's sicker than me now. He has colds and just fell asleep while I was dancing away. I hope it doesn't become an all-out fever. I can't sleep beside him or even be in the same room with him if that happened. About that, Mark was sick or getting sick, and we were warned. Well, everyone who has chemo are told to wear masks whenever going out because we're pretty sensitive. Like with just a sneeze from someone, we can get terribly ill. So even the people around me or living with me, I really pray that they wouldn't get sick, or else I'd be alone in the room at night. The last time I wrote here, I totally broke down. I cried and was depressed the whole day till the following morning. Good thing was, I decided to finally fix photos on my phone, laptop, and external hard drive. While looking at the photos, I saw all the trips, dinners, night outs, drinking sessions, and gimmicks. I saw all the alcohol, bad food, lack of sleep I had in my life and realized, what the hell am I crying about? Or why am I crying? Why me? There's the proof. I say to myself, Kat, may amnesia ka ba? Ayan no, that's the reason why you got cancer. Stop moping and ask yourself why. Kasi masaya and nag-enjoy ka naman, di ba? So there, I just laughed at myself. It was a total breakthrough for me. I got sick because of the way I unhealthily enjoyed my life. And just like that, all those crazy emotions were gone. That stupid feeling I had like I was a victim of uncontrollable circumstance was answered. And it was really in your face. Writing on a journal for me is like talking to someone, but really, really unadulterated, pure, honest, and everything. So whenever I do, like when I shared there that the last entry, which means the last episode I showed you, when I wrote that, I had a breakdown. I really cried my eyes out. That was the only time having cancer sank in. That was Feb. I found out I had cancer in December. So December, 2 to 3 months before it finally sank in. On my after my second session of chemo, that's the only time I got emotional. It came. It came for me. It was good because it came at a time when I wasn't at my lowest. You know, like that time, it was only the second chemo session. My esteem wasn't at its lowest yet. So it was a perfect time for that emotion or those realizations to arrive, so that I could easily pick myself back up, you know? And it's funny because that's true. Before, I had this fear of getting old. I didn't want to grow old. I hated it. I didn't like cancer. I didn't like talking about the hospital, doctors, or any kind of ailments. And I thought, by living a young life full of fun, I wouldn't get sick. Because I wasn't stressed. Right? But little did I know that, okay, psychologically, mentally, I wasn't stressed, but my body was stressed. It was very much stressed and pounded with the lack of rest, lack of sleep, the sugar, alcohol, all those things. So it really doesn't matter if, oh, I'm so young, I'm not stressed with work, I'm not stressed with financials. But if you're not being good to your body, you're not taking care of your body, that's all useless. I'm telling you, it's useless. My chemo session today was good and fast. We finished at 3 p.m. I just hate it when they don't put or remove the IV needle properly. My blood gets spilled on the sheets or floor. Ugh. I'm so happy because I finally got to swim after 4 long months. Mark, Javi, and I went to Aquatico last Tuesday to Wednesday. 2 birds with 1 stone. got to enjoy the beach and the infinity pool with my 2 boys. Priceless. Okay, so you may notice that, oh, I mentioned the needle ew because I really like to look at the lighter side of things, and we like laughing at we like laughing at weird stuff, or we often make weird side comments and pranks, but that's just one of our ways of coping with this thing. See, if we were so serious about everything that happened to us, can you imagine what could have happened to us? Like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. After all those realizations, I think on top of the humor we had before, like me and Mark, or I had before, this part added on, it's truly being able to laugh at yourself. Like, even at the darkest time. Dark comedy, dark thoughts that we simply laugh at. Because what else will you do? Like, after crying, what's next? Do something about it, move forward. But what if it comes again? The thought comes again. You just remember it. It's just November 1 and you see the gravestone of your child. It's, we go to the hospital and we need a checkup. I see my doctors, I see my nurses. So it's really a different way of looking at things. Like being aware of what happened, being aware of my part and why it happened, being responsible that it happened because I did this, I did that, it wasn't God's fault, it wasn't a curse, all those things. Like, because it helps eh. It helped a lot when I became responsible for it. It took a lot of bitterness or hate away. Of course, it took a lot of tears, but at least I was able to move forward from it. Oh my! I was so happy to finally be able to go to the beach. Because, you know, like, when you're undergoing chemo, there are some things that you cannot do. Definitely not do. And we will discuss that on the next part of the cancer series, since I've run out of journal entries to share. So, I'll see you again soon.